So you're thinking about moving here to Miami, Florida, but you're not sure what neighborhood to move into. Well, today you may want to stay tuned because we're gonna go and take a full vlog tour of one of the best neighborhoods in all Miami, especially if you have family. It's a hidden gem here called Westchester. Amazing schools, great parks, awesome housing, and very centrally located with 4 expressways on the north, south, east, and west. So you may want to stay tuned because we're jumping into it right now. Welcome back, and if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living, eating, working, sleeping, and playing in Miami and the surrounding areas, then tap that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. My name is Raymond Goidigosari, and I'm a full-time Florida realtor and a certified residential specialist in your Miami area, also in the South Florida area. And we get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make that move to Miami, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving soon, 90 days from now, a year from now, make sure to reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. However you want to get a hold of us, days, nights, and weekends, we got your back. We're making that smooth move to Miami, Florida. Now, like I said earlier, today we are in Westchester, which is a hidden gem of a neighborhood in Miami, Florida, especially if you're a family with kids. Amazing schools from elementary, middle, and high school. We even have a university bordering Westchester called FIU. Amazing parks. We're actually standing and starting the video in Tropical Park, one of the best parks in all of Miami, and we have it right here in Westchester. They just built a cultural arts events center in Westchester. We're gonna start here in the park, then I'm gonna show you some main streets and shopping where is Bird Row, which is the north part of the park. See some residential housing so you can see the communities and what the neighborhood is like with the single family homes. Tons of beautiful single family homes and a very good affordable price for being Miami. So it's a good entry level neighborhood, and also people who have lived here have been here for many years. So we got schools, parks, one of the best libraries in Miami-Dade school libraries is in here, Westchester. And one of the best things, the location. It is bordering 4 major expressways, not right bordering, but you got the Palmetto Highway, which is the 826 on the east side of Westchester. You got 836, not just south, but if you want to head east and west, you have it right there. The Florida Turnpike is just west of it on 117th Avenue. And you have Kendall Drive, and you have 874 going east and west. So easy access to anywhere you want to go, east, west, north, or south. I'm going to jump into so you can get a feel of what it's like living here, because I'm sure you're making that move, you don't know where to live. Miami is very overwhelming with a lot of neighborhoods. Each have their pros and cons, their different vibes, depending if you're single, starting off, you're a young professional, or you're a family. That's why I do these videos, so you can get a feel of where you would like to live, because the number one criteria when making that move is finding out what is the best neighborhood for you and your family. Then picking out the house is a lot easier once you know the neighborhood. So right here we're in Tropical Park. I'm standing. You're probably thinking, where is he at? Miami, I thought was flat. Well, Miami is flat, but Tropical Park has, I think, the tallest hill in all of Miami. I'm standing on a hill in Tropical Park, and when I was a kid I would go up these hills, ride bike up and down, tumble down. So it's a very famous hill here in Miami in Tropical Park. I wanted to start here so you can see surrounding all of this. It's a huge park has a few lakes, like 20 or more shelters for like picnic areas. You could do barbecue, kids' birthday parties. You could rent bounce houses. I think they're doing one right now, setting one up. There's like 6 or 7 or 8 baseball fields. You can see the lights back there. There's a football stadium because we are in Florida, and Miami loves their Friday night football for high school. That's one of the most popular stadiums. So a lot of big games have been played there. Track and field, a beautiful track around it that they remodeled. And in the front they have a new cultural events center, and around it there's a playground, there's walkways, you can ride bike, walk around, just sit by the lake. There's a lake over there, and I'll show you some b-roll of all the different sections of the park because there is a lot to see. And you can come here, relax under a tree, meditate. As you see right now, it's kind of calm, but Saturday and Sunday this gets very busy, and it holds a lot of people. It's a lake that you can rent like canoes, kayak, and the little bike water pedals, and you can hang out there at the lake. There's basketball courts, tennis courts, great tennis courts. There's a little facility for like boxing if you like boxing. There's a little boxing center right there. So a lot to do here in Tropical Park, and it's a Miami-Dade County public park, so it's always open. People have access to it. Oh, I forgot to mention, on the east side of Tropical Park, there's an equestrian center, beautiful, huge, has everything that an equestrian center could want, which they recently did. Actually, me and my family went there, a festival called Country Fest. It's a 2 or 3 day event where they have rodeos, horses riding around. It's like a stadium, so it's like a track for horses. I have a few of them with shelter, grandstands, and they bring games and rides for the kids. There's food trucks all over, so it's a lot of fun. But that's just once a year. But that equestrian center gets used all the time if you're into horses. It's actually called the Ronald Reagan Equestrian Center, named after the president because he loved his horses. So that's a great addition to have to the park here in Tropical Park. So as you can see, there's a lot going on here. There's another park called Tamiami Park, which is pretty big. Not as many things as Tropical, but it's pretty big, right now by FIU on the west side. And you'll probably see some little girls walking around. Those are my daughters. Take your daughter to work day, and they are here with me. So you'll see them in the background running around. Hopefully they behave well, which they have been behaving well. And we're gonna take a tour, so let's keep going. All right, we are in another part of the park where I just wanted to show you one of the, actually it's not a shelter for picnics, but it's like a little concession stand. Right now it's closed right here. It's a little corner where there's a lot of green space, and you have a lake right here. This is the lake that I was telling you about that has I think they have paddleboarding or canoeing, kayaking, and the little bicycles that you pedal on the water in the lake. Tons of fun. So you can imagine, visualize this park Saturday and Sundays filled with families and kids, bounce houses, music. So there's a lot of life going on here. This is one little lake here. We got this huge concession stand. Right now it's closed, but it's open, selling refreshments, food, snacks. All this green space right behind me over there. And then here's that other lake where I think you saw it in the beginning of the video. I started off, and there's like a little dock there. You can take out small little boats. I'm not sure if you can use motorized boats. I don't think so. It's a very clean lake for canoeing. Some people fish there. I don't know if you're supposed to fish there, but some people do. So it's just a great part of the park, and we're close to that hill that I was on earlier. And I'm gonna just take you on to the middle of the park so you can see how many shelters there are, the playground, the baseball fields, soccer fields, all that. So this is the southeast part of Westchester, where the park, it goes from Bird Road, which is Southwest 40th Street, to 56th Street, Miller. It goes between two main streets, and as you see, tons of pine trees as you see in the video all over the park. Love it, it's beautiful. But those are two expressways that intersect right there. The Palmetto, which goes north and south, and if you take it, it veers off to 874, which takes you west. And so you're smack in the middle of a lot of expressways that take you in and out of different parts of Miami. So let's continue moving so you can see more of Tropical Park, and then we'll get into the residential areas. All right, we're in the section where it has a huge open field. You have the playground for kiddos right behind me. You have all this green space. Over there you have like a little exercise area, outdoor gym. Check out all this green space you have to do picnic, barbecue. I think they're putting a bounce house over there. You can run up the hill, which the hill's over there we were at earlier. And they have bathrooms throughout. That shelter right there is a bathroom. So it's very convenient to come out here on the weekends and spend a day or do a birthday party. There are your baseball fields, and they have one of the best batting cages if you're into baseball, your kids are into baseball. Batting cage right there between the baseball fields. I used to come here a long time ago when I used to play baseball and go there because it was open till late. I remember Andre Dawson used to come and practice there sometimes. So this is just one of the the big large spaces this park has with picnic tables all over. All right, so I'll continue walking and we can check more of the park. Right here to my right, we have 4 baseball fields. They use it for kids baseball or softball, fenced all around, very good condition. And right in the middle, you have a section for batting cages. Been here for a while. When I was playing baseball, I used to come here as well. And so this whole area is sort of like the softball, baseball area. And right here behind me was where we were earlier, all that green space and the hill. On that side, on the east side, you have soccer fields, and in the front you have the stadium, tennis courts. So let's go check out that part of Tropical Park.
So we're in the football field, and we're gonna show you some videos about the football field, so maybe you can try out. Let's go.
All right, now I brought you over to the football stadium where there's a beautiful track around it. A high school football plays here on Friday nights. All right, I'm standing on the grandstands of the football stadium where you have a track and field that goes all around it. A beautiful football turf here that they play high school football Friday nights. Grandstands all on this side and on that side as well. On this side, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see there's some short mini indoor soccer fields, which is pretty popular now. And over there on that side you have the tennis courts, which we'll swing by. I'll show you little boxing facility. And over there behind those grandstands, there's like a little lake in between, separating the equestrian center that I mentioned earlier, the Ronald Reagan Equestrian Center. Gorgeous arenas for rodeos, horse riding. All that space is beautiful. It's just dedicated for horses and equestrian. Any festivals? Last weekend we went to the Country Fest. They had rodeos, kids rides, food trucks. It was a lot of fun. They do it once a year, 2 to 3 days in a row. So that's a big event. But besides that, it's being used all year round. So if you have horses, great spot for you right there.
So here I'm going to show you the soccer field. It's a much better look. I know you guys already saw it, but I think you guys want to maybe you didn't see something that you like, and so now you have the time so you can see it, okay?
We just left the football stadium. Right next to it are the mini soccer fields, and we have the tennis courts right here. You have some racquetball courts. Here's sort of like the office of the park, and at the end where the road passes by, you have some basketball courts over there as well. So we're gonna continue all the way to the entrance of the park so you can see the new Westchester Cultural Arts Center, located right here in the front, the main entrance of Tropical Park. And when you come in, we're not gonna go there because I showed it to you from the top of the stadium. The Equestrian Center is when you go into the park. It's on the left, on the east side, bordering that whole park. So let's continue going because we still have a lot of Westchester to see. Neighborhoods, so you can see the houses, the schools, the public library that's here in Westchester, and all the main roads. All right, see you later. All right, so we made it all the way to the main entrance of the park where you have the Cultural Arts Center right here. Behind me, you see that busy road. That is called Bird Road. It's Southwest 40th Street. It goes east and west. It's one of the main roads, all commercial, all the way down from the 79th Avenue, close to Palmetto, all the way to the Turnpike, which is Southwest 117th Street. So almost like 40 blocks of just restaurants, bars, shopping centers, one after another. And then in left and right, you have the residential homes. So I just wanted to show you this brand new Cultural Arts Center that they made right here. Again, this is Bird Road. The entrance, as you see behind me here, Miami del Gulf Tropical Park, there's the sign where you come in, and then the next entrance also for the Equestrian Center, you can come in as well. But you have a beautiful like cultural arts where they maybe have theater, plays, they do events, conventions for the Westchester area. This is a great addition to Westchester, right here in Tropical Park. And also Friday nights, I think in the parking lot around this little event cultural arts center, it's like a food truck night, and they come. And also the weekends they have a farmers market where all the farmers come bring their fruits, vegetables, and they sell them here to the neighborhood. They start very early. If you're into that, farmers markets, they're all over Miami, become very popular. So there you have it. That is Tropical Park. We're gonna continue so I can show you some homes where the people live, so you can check out the neighborhood, the schools around those neighborhoods. I'll show you a few busy intersections with shopping centers so you can get a vibe of the area. And it's the afternoon, so you'll probably see a lot of people around. And I'll show you the big public library, and we'll end up probably maybe at the other park, which is just in the outskirts of Westchester in University Park. But it's still considered Westchester, sort of, because bordering Westchester, besides having a great location, it has great neighborhoods bordering it. You have University Park by FIU on the west side. You have Westwood Lakes just south of that, and then coming east from Westwood Lakes, you have Olympia Heights. Those are three neighborhoods that are bordering Westchester. And just to the west of it, you have West Miami, which is actually a small little city, a municipality, located just on the other side of the Palmetto, which is bordering Westchester. All right, so let's continue the tour so you can see as much as possible here in Westchester. A nice little hidden gem, especially for families with kids. All right. We're done with Tropical Park. That's the main entrance right behind me. If you go in, and if you make a left right away, you go into the Ronald Reagan Equestrian Center. Beautiful. There's a lake surrounding it. But if not, you go right into Tropical Park. There's a cultural arts center. And here are my daughters right here running around, because it's take your daughter or your son to work day, and they have been behaving very well.
Subscribe!
But we've been doing a lot, so they are getting a little bit excited. To my right, you have Bird Road, a busy street, that little shopping center. After that street light, you have the Palmetto Expressway. You could go north and south. That's you get on it right there. Continue, Bird Road goes all the way, and it's all commercial. It's a very commercial shopping centers, restaurants, bars, Publix, supermarkets, and cafes, all of that. In that corner over there, you have Best Buy, you have a Target. There's a big shopping center right here. You have a smaller one with McDonald's. You have a nice Italian restaurant right here. Love it. El Bambino. You have a barbershop, little boutique stores. You have a bank. So all this of Bird Road is just filled one after another. So you can find many of like barbershops, many of the same type of business. And the amazing thing is that they all survive, because it's just a lot of people know that this is the area where you come to do stuff. And whether it be to a restaurant, to a bank, and everybody has their go-to place. But this is sort of like a main vein in Westchester.
If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and comment down below if you liked it. Come on, hit it! There you go.
Alright, I wanted to come and show you one of the busiest intersections in Westchester, which is 40th Street Southwest, which is a Bird Road, and 87th Avenue that goes in north and south. And you have major shopping centers across. You have Office Depot, Sedano's, which is a supermarket, more Hispanic oriented. Behind me you have it's a shopping center with bakery and small little shops. You have La Carreta, which is a Cuban restaurant, one of the most popular in all of Miami. You have La Carreta and Versailles, which is actually the same owner. You have Sergio's as well, but La Carreta is super popular, has an outdoor ventanita. You can order pastries, coffee, a restaurant indoors. When there's like big time events in the world, people hang out here and they talk politics and they talk all kind of stuff. On that side you have another shopping center, Puerto Rical, more stuff. So right here you have the main Bird Road. So right behind me here you have La Carreta, the famous restaurant and outdoor ventanita. Right now it's pretty empty, but it gets packed mornings, afternoons, when there's a big world event, people hang out there. So one of the staples here in Westchester. There's a few other around town, but this is one of the main ones here in Westchester. All right, let's continue. I'm going to show you another main intersection on Coral Way and 87th, which has other big shopping centers. And you're going to see all over Miami, but especially in Westchester, a lot of Cuban bakeries. They're all delicious. They sell Cuban bread, pastelitos, coffee, cafecito, espresso, Cuban coffee. So you're gonna see that all over Westchester. All right, I'm bordering 87th Avenue, which is right here. I just wanted to show you, we talk about schools. Right behind me, you have Banyan Elementary, which is a very good elementary school right in the heart of Westchester. And right across the street, you have Christopher Columbus High School, which is the high school that I went to, one of the best in all of Miami. Very good school academically and with sports. I know they just won the national title for basketball. They won state for football. They're very good. I think they won in baseball. But besides the sports, they are excellent school for academics. It's a private school, Mary's Brother Catholic High School, right across from here. So yeah, and you have a church. You have St. Brendan right next to it. You have St. Brendan High School, which is another Catholic school. This one, Columbus, is all boys. St. Brendan is boys and girls. So let's continue so see if we can see a little more of Westchester. All right, we are in another main shopping center, main intersection. Right here behind me, you have Coral Way. Right now there's a lot of traffic after work. 24th Street Southwest, which is Coral Way, parallel to Bird Road, which we were on earlier. Over there's 87th Avenue. So this is another main intersection where there's a main shopping center across where there's Aldi and a lot of small mom and pop little stores and restaurants, cafes. You have the vitamin shop, CVS right there, hair salons, Subways. And then the one I'm standing on, there's a huge Walmart over there. There's a Publix right here. It's actually a Publix Sabor, which is a Publix but with a little more Hispanic like products. TJ Maxx, so 3 major stores, and I think there's a few little boutiques, but those are the main ones. And then you have Starbucks, and right here we have like a plastic surgery health center and a Starbucks. So there's another major shopping center right here. And Coral Way is a main intersection that goes again east and west all the way down to downtown, and it takes you west, and it's not as it has commercial like Bird Road, but you'll see mixed in some houses in the way, so it's not as much as Bird Road, but definitely is a main street. All right, let's continue going. I'm going to show you the library really quick, and let's see if we get some houses. All right, we made it here to the library here in Westchester. Is one of the biggest. It's a really good library here in out of Miami-Dade County Public Systems. And behind me is a new building, like a health center. And right here to my right is the library, the entrance. They also use this for when there's elections. If you live by here, you come to elections here. They do events for kids. They have a lot of kids during events during the summertime. There's a playground back there for the kids. So it's really good. There's plenty of parking over here in this area, right smack in Westchester. So I used to come here when I was a kid and study after school, and it's definitely still here, believe it or not, a library. I stopped in one of the neighborhoods, which is right smack in the middle of Westchester. There's Everglades Elementary. We're close to Coral Park High School, Coral Park Elementary, close to Columbus and St. Brendan High School. Tons of great schools here. And the house you see behind me happens to be one of my listings that I have on the market. But it's a fantastic house with a pool. Just wanted to show you the vibe around here. People who've lived here have been living here for many years, so it's a great community. In this house, I've seen it before, really nice house, and inside they totally remodeled it. A beautiful pool with a water fountain in the back. So all these houses have similar styles. The average lot size here in Westchester like is 7,000 to 8,000 square feet of lot. So, and there not much spaces between homes. So as you see, it's one after another. And the houses are probably between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, average of like 2,500 square feet. So they're good entry-level homes, although the price range here, and like you're looking at a median of maybe 650, 700,000, and they were talking about 2023. This one behind me is really nice. And most of the neighborhoods here in Westchester have sidewalks, which is great if you have a family that you're gonna raise a family with kids and to ride bicycle, walk around the block. The blocks typically are very similar. The homes here on certain parts of Westchester have a certain design. Some have crawl space, and a little more west they don't have crawl space, but that's the typical size. You'll see some that they've overdeveloped, made them a little bigger, but they were built probably in the 70s and early 80s. All right, let's continue, and in the B-roll I'll show you a lot of houses so you can get a view of the neighborhood. Another neighborhood, I moved a little bit east of 87th Avenue. We were on the west, close to 87th Avenue, but check out the homes here. They have, most of them here have crawl space, and they all pretty much look the same model. Look, that one has a little burrito. I don't know if you've seen my videos. Burritos of famous artists down here in Miami, South Florida. They have a nice little art in the front. But look, they have sidewalks. I'm walking the street, but they have sidewalks. This one coming up to my right is a nice one. They're not huge homes, like I said. They're great starter homes, 7,000-8,000 lot size. They have decent yards because the houses are 2,000, 2,500 square feet. Lot size. This one right here has a nice pavers I've been doing all over Miami. Actually, my house we did it, but this one, see how the entrance is up. Take a few steps and you go up because there's crawl space on the bottom. This one looks like it has a nice little pool in the back. This one over here looks pretty nice. So they're cute little starter homes, and if you don't have a big family, you don't want a big house, definitely in a great neighborhood. Remember, the number one criteria when moving down here is choosing your neighborhood, and when you reach out to us, we're going to ask you what is your lifestyle, what do you like to do, where you're going to be working at, so we can try to determine what is the best neighborhood or neighborhoods for you and your family. Once we decide on that, it becomes a lot easier. We start house hunting, that's the fun part, and we choose in that neighborhood or those neighborhoods that we choose. But the only way we can help you out is if you reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. Days, nights, and weekends, we got your back. We're making that smooth move to Miami, Florida. And until next time, hasta luego.